Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. Very good morning to you wherever you are around the globe, on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, in Canada, Australia, or right here in Southeast Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, you are highly welcome to our post-match reaction. It took me hours to come this very hour. Since last night, I was very much disappointed, like many of you out there. Very much disappointed, and that is why I didn't come, because I didn't know what to come and say. At the beginning of this month, December, we saw it. Chelsea had about 9 games to play in this month of December. In the Premier League and the Conference League. Premier League alone is about 6 games. In the Conference League, three games. We play almost every game. So far, we have about 2 games to play for the month to end. Now, ladies and gentlemen, immediately I saw the lineup yesterday, and I looked at our bench. There is no difference from this lineup from the lineup used against Everton. And we saw how the team struggled against Everton. Listen, this is the starting lineup. Chelsea started with Sanchez in goal post. Malo Gusto, Tosin, Cowell, Cucurella, Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez as a captain, Neto, Palmer, Sancho, and Jackson. And then you look at our bench, dear friend, this bench doesn't look solid as we used to look. This bench does not look solid. Number one, Reece James is unavailable. Wesley Fofana, unavailable. Badiashile, unavailable. Romeo Lavia, unavailable. These are players that when you have on your bench, you'll be confident of the second half. You'll be confident of making any changes you want to make. We do not have the luxury of bringing Romeo Lavia as a backup for Enzo. We don't have the luxury of bringing in Reece James or Wesley Fofana. By right, usually we have Fofana in the first 11. A player like Tosin on the bench or Malo Gusto on the bench. And this is the similar challenge we had against Everton. Fullham came in with a plan. Low block, low block, low block, low block, and counter. In our own home, it just was as if Fullham was playing in their home. Oh yes. They were able to break 45 years, 45 years of record. See, the last time Fulham beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge was 1979. I don't know how many of you were born then. 1979 was the last time Fulham was able to beat Chelsea at home. 45 years record is what they have broken. I mean, how? How? If not for Cole Palmer, maybe even the 1 goal we scored, we wouldn't have been able to score it. And thank God for that young man. 12 goals, 6 assists in 18 games. 12 goals, 6 assists in 18 games for Cole Palmer. 18 GA this season. Oh yes. Fulham tried man marking and he still delivered a beautiful goal. Fulham tried man marking on him, yet Cole Palmer still delivered a beautiful goal. Now, if Cole Palmer is taken out, we lack the creative aspect, a player that can break. Listen, we brought on Christopher Nkunku, the only substitute. For once, I am beginning to get angry with Enzo Maresca. At halftime, we were 1-0 up. At halftime, Chelsea was 1-0 up. We could have done something better. As the game goes on, as the game moves, 60th minute, we came back from the halftime break. 60th minute, 70th minute, as we have seen the game, Chelsea could have done something different. Maresca kept to his chest, and at the end of the day, he brought in only Christopher Nkunku, who couldn't even achieve anything. Christopher Nkunku in place of Nicola Jackson. Hey, don't think Jackson did not score a goal. Yes, but Jackson, with all the rounds that Jackson was making, Maresca, he rightly said it. Jackson was doing a lot of runnings until he got exhausted. That is why he was changed. So if not that, maybe he would have even changed Jackson and bring in Christopher Nkuku. So then why do we have Joao Felix? Cole Palmer was being man-marked. Instead of even bringing in Christopher Nkuku, we should have bring in Joao Felix. At least he has that creative ability to break down, you know, the defense of Fullham. He did not make any other change apart from Christopher Nkuku. I don't get it. I don't get it. Jackson that he took up, because he said that Jackson was exhausted, was tired. Even when he called up Jackson, Jackson wasn't happy about it. Because Jackson has been absolutely brilliant in the build-up phase. In the build-up phase, especially in the first half, Jackson has been brilliant. He won at least 3 to 4 fouls in the dangerous areas for Chelsea. He won at least 3 to 4 fouls for Chelsea. He was great. All I wanted from Jackson was to top his performances up with goal scoring. This is all Jackson is lacking. But when it comes to the play, the work rate of Jackson, you can't take that away from him. He took Jackson out and brought in Christopher Nkuku. Tell me in the comment section, what influence did Christopher Nkuku have on the game? What influence did Christopher Nkuku have on the game after Jackson was hauled out? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay, Jackson is out. Christopher Nkuku is in. Why wouldn't you rather make some? Maybe take out Malo Gusto. I don't see the work. Malo Gusto was full of so much errors. Bring in Joao Felix, another creative player that will help to break the defense. Low block. These are low block teams. Fulham is playing low block. Like somebody put it, Christopher Nkuku is the laziest player in pressing. Jackson off on Nkuku. I mean, how? Dear friends, let's be honest for once. I have to be very honest and say it as it is. Maresca didn't do well by taking off Jackson for Christopher Nkuku, who didn't impact the game in any way. Technically, he did not deliver. Defensively, he did not deliver. He could not break the tight spaces against Fulham. He could not. Joao Felix could have been the best person to do that. Listen, I will not take much time. This is my post-match reaction. I'll be back. It took me time to come back here. Let me tell you something. My first red card or red flag, my first red flag on Enzo Maresca since taking over Chelsea. My first red flag on Enzo Maresca since taking over Chelsea as our head coach. Massive one is the game against Fulham at Stamford Bridge. Nkuku doesn't press. Subs him on in a crucial moment. Very bad of him. 2, his love for Felix doesn't exist. He doesn't like Joao Felix. Felix is a player that he could have subbed on, not Christopher Nkuku. 3, for him to ignore Malo Gusto. Malo Gusto was a liability in the entire setup. Malo Gusto was a liability in the entire setup. Yes, 4, 2 goalkeepers on the bench instead of having more attacking players on the bench in the line. I mean, on our bench. 2 goalkeepers on our bench. For what reason? 5, Sancho and Pedro Neto. They played full 90 minutes and they were dreadful. They were dreadful for the entire game. They were dreadful. I don't know what went on in the dressing room before they came out, before the team was named. I don't know what took place at the training pitch at Fullham before the selection was made. But both Sancho and Neto were dreadful and they played for 90 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, there is more, but because of my time. You see, I am not in any way saying we shouldn't be patient. I think that Chelsea, we can still be patient. Nothing is damaged yet. Meanwhile, remember also, we are not not title contenders, right? Yes, we are not title contenders. So we still need to relax a little. Chelsea fans, we need to relax a little. But you see, my worry was that our previous game against Everton, we play a draw. The next one that follows, we lost in our home, 1-2. Only God knows the next one against Ipswich Town, how the scoreline will be. Only God knows whether the next one will be more worse than this. And once it starts this way, if things are not corrected, you play draw with Everton, you came against Fullham, you are losing 2-1. The next game, if care is not given, it could be worse. That is my worry. Cracks emerging in the festive period for Chelsea. Cracks emerging in the festive period for Chelsea. And if those cracks are not patched quickly, Maresca talks about Joao Felix being an answer to low blocks. He said it during the press conference before the game. He said, Joao Felix being an answer to low blocks. And then we face two sides who have defended in a low block of the most game. And he gets 0 minutes. Joao Felix getting 0 minutes. Make it make sense, my dear friend. Make it to make sense in my head. I'm not the one who said it. Dear friends, this man on your screen, full time, 1-2. It could have been worse for Chelsea. Moise Caicedo, what if he should get an injury today or fatigue set in? Both Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. If fatigue sets in right now and they're beginning to dip in form, Romeo Lavia is not there. We will revisit this issue again in the coming hours. I'll see you guys in the next one when you see me. Shalom and peace.